Hey, this is Mate from Beast in Black.
This is Yannis from Beast in Black. You're watching Nordic Metal.
Black is a quite international band. You guys.
Yeah, for sure we are from other countries.
We're the foreigners.
So 3 guys are Finnish and then you guys are European but not Finnish. So was that a conscious decision to have the band be international, or did it just happen that way?
Well,
basically it just happened because Anton, after quitting Belbeast, he wanted to start a new band with friends, with those people who he likes and to be together with for a long time. And he knew almost all of us beforehand. And from tours, Yannis the exception from YouTube videos. But anyway, they met before we started this band together, and it just happened like this. So nothing was like we wanna create or found an international band.
Absolutely.
Happened like this.
Yeah, like in some perspective, like it's not that comfy. Lots of different plane tickets and everything. So it's in a way it's not that comfortable. But I think it mostly came from the necessity of having the right members for the band. Making it work both musically and in a personal level. So
and it's a good thing.
So far, so
every
good.
interview starts with this. You're quite international band.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
But do you think then, like you mentioned, it's not always the easiest situation. If you're not living all in the same place, do you think that you guys would relocate? Like if it came down to needing to relocate, would you do it for the band if it was necessary?
Well, like for me, on a personal level, I could do it, and it's in my future plans anyway. Because basically the band is nowadays taking 70% of my time anyway. So back in Greece, there's not so much so much important things to do most of the time. So it's gonna be a necessity, especially if the number of the days that are required for the band increases, then it will be a necessity for sure. So I have no problem with that. And whatever takes it to the next step, I'm in. Basically, I'm all in in that kind of sense. So
how was it that you joined the band? I know that you were in the band with Anton Wisdom.
It was not the beginning. The beginning originally we with his band, with Belbeast, with Wisdom, we supported Pakkahuone on the same tour. That's how we got to know each other, and for the very first day, the chemistry were really. We talked a lot during these 2 weeks, and we kept the contact after all. And once they supported Sabaton and came to Hungary. I was there at the show. Then he started to talk that he feels like Belbeast is going to end, and then he's planning to do another band. That's how we started to talk about this new thing. And meanwhile, in my band there was the guitarist left to Elstorm, and Anton quit the Belbeast. I asked him if he wanted to join. He wanted to join, and we did Wisdom for 2 years together. And then during this, we started to form this band to make it real.
yeah, and basically, I joined in because Anton found me on YouTube, and it's not that I'm a cover artist or something. I just, on my spare time, I played some covers mainly. Back then I had a few bands back in Greece, and he found me from those actually. He listened to a couple of albums, I think the whole thing, and he liked the material and the vocals, and he totally found the voice suitable for what he envisioned. So he sent me a message on Facebook, and things started to roll after that, and he visited Thessaloniki on one of his last shows with Battle Beast, and then he explained more. He elaborated more on the situation and what he is thinking about the future. And we had a long walk in the city, and then we both explained our thoughts and everything, and that's how it started to happen, basically. And we were both on the same boat.
Anyway, it's funny that probably it happened on the same tour when he talked with me about this new band and with Yannis as well.
Yeah.
It was exactly the same.
I think they were supporting Sabaton.
Sabaton.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
In Greece and in Hungary too. On the same tour when he felt that it's the Battle Beast thing is going to end.
Yeah.
So that's just funny.
Yeah. Well, basically he knew it, and you know, after a point, it doesn't matter if you quit or if you're fired. Like it's the same thing because you just can't do it anymore. You just cannot go on anymore. So it was. I think nowadays talking about how old bands stand, I think it's a good thing. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm very positive about the outcome. Anyway, so Beast in Black is here. It's a good thing for me.
As a bass player, do you have any influence as a bass player?
Yes, I do.
Careful what you say.
Yeah. So first I would mention Yannis.
No. No.
Influences. You know, it's basically I'm more into the background side of the band than as a bass player. I'm doing my job, but I'm caring a lot about what is going around the band, business-wise, in every aspect. So, but anyway, I cannot really name any specific influences. I know by years, of course, many bands or bass players I liked, or I wanted to be like him. But it's years ago. I'm just doing my job, and that's all.
You have one name to say. Steve Harris, man.
Yeah, sure.
You cannot not have him.
But
as an
it was
influence.
for sure. But it's very basic stuff. Every bass player says. But it's so.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. So Steve Harris.
Yeah. It's like every singer says Bruce Dickinson.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What you're gonna say.
Yeah, because that's the man.
So your influence is
Well, one of the biggest ones for sure. Absolutely. I can't hide that, or I will not deny that. Or, you know, he's still kicking ass nowadays. Like he's still showing how it's done, and he's topping his game, even though he's 60, 61. He's getting 61 this year, or something like that. Born in '58. Yeah.
around 60.
Yeah, he's definitely there. Yeah. So huge props to the guy. Absolutely.
So you guys did a really long tour with Nightwish, or several tours. Do you think that type of tour, like with such a big band, do you prefer that over touring on your own or with smaller bands, or do you think that it helps and you enjoy it, like to tour with a much bigger band?
But you mean smaller bands which to support them, or smaller bands when we are headlining and they support us?
Either way.
Sorry?
Or either way, or just on your own, like now where you're just
These tours are all different. So it's like Nightwish of course is an arena level, when 10,000 of people every night. So it's a different thing when you support a smaller band, as like you said, where there is maximum usually 1,000 people. Hopefully, when you are playing, they are there. Sometimes they just come in at the doors, for example. You know, all are very, very useful. In small clubs, you're closer to the audience. The reaction and the contact is a lot more stronger. You know, in arenas, there's like a couple of meters between you and the audience. It's a different thing. But of course, on bigger stages, you can show your real. For us, especially when we do some special things on stage, for us it helps a lot. In clubs, like it's a special feeling. And especially on headline tour like this, we just started, so we cannot really tell a lot about it after the tour, if you ask me, for us. then we will be wiser. But so far so good. 2 shows we did, sold out shows. Today it's going to be sold out. So this is going to be the biggest stage from the 3. Cannot wait it. And these numbers talk. So if the people are so interested in us, it always gives an extra pressure, of course, but an extra, how do you say, it's like it's a special good thing that, okay, now you know that a lot of people want you, only you, not since we did the first 2 shows without support band, so they wanted to see us only, and it's
Special feeling.
it's a special feeling, yeah.
Absolutely.
So both tours are great, but with Naivish it was like luxury.
Absolutely, and like it's also like a kind of different use for the tour, so to speak. Like maybe for Nightwish, not the whole crowd, maybe not interested in what you're doing, but you're gaining lots of new fans that maybe you wouldn't gain otherwise. You never know. And then for your own show, maybe 100% or let's say 90% at least is your fans already, and you're maybe establishing them, or you're making them want to come for more if you do a good job, or maybe they're not your fans anymore after seeing your show. Who knows? But it's certainly a different kind of feeling.
Yeah, that's what we basically do anyway. So we go back to those cities with our headline tour where we've been with Naivish, and it looks people liked what we do because venues are selling out. So that means we did something good for them, and now they do something good for us, and we will do again something good for them with a good show, hopefully. Brand new show.
So with that, what about tours versus festivals? What would you prefer, to keep touring?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh yeah, it's again festivals are like one show in Naivish. Stages are that big, audiences like the same. Some of them they don't know us, some of them they know. So basically with Naivish, with this 30 shows we did, it was like 30 festivals in a row.
Kind of.
Well, of course you are always on the road. It's a different thing. I love both. I love being on big stages with great conditions and everything, but I like being on small stages as well when the crowd is close to you.
Yeah. Well, in festivals, the thing is kind of like crowd-wise is a bit unpredictable, because maybe you have lots of the crowd who actually know you, and maybe you might be one of the reasons to attend the festival, or on the other hand, nobody knows who the hell you are, and they just might enjoy, or they might not even respond or something. So it's a bit like of a wild card. You know, you can never know what exactly is going to happen. But, well, for me personally, the good thing with the festival thing is that, okay, in both occasions you have lots of time to spare until the show time, depending on when you play. Let's say you have a lot of time. Usually on tours, like you don't have the motivation to walk around the city or something, well, which is a good choice. He does it a lot. He visits museums and stuff. Always something new.
Tourist.
He wakes up early.
Of the band.
I have a bit of a worse schedule, but when I get on the festival area, it's like kind of the party animal wakes up. So I go walking around. I find grass to lay on and just walk around, see people or see other bands. You know, because maybe a festival has 3 stages or 4 stages, so you just go watch bands. So it's kind of different bundle, different kind of experience pack, you know. So
usually a festival is
really,
very easy.
You have that holiday spirit in the festival,
exactly.
because it's summer usually also. So maybe I would kind of lean on to the festival experience personally, as Yannis, you know.
Yeah, if I would have to choose that,
I think
choose
I'm
the
leaning
festival.
on to the festival experience.
The festival forever.
Play.
We will play.
If tours were summer tours, so basically tour, festival tour, that's the best.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite festival?
Oh, you're killing me now, for real.
Or your top 3 favorites?
I believe we are just gonna go for the biggest ones this year. So we have from the smallest, not smallest, but basic Finnish festivals and some European festivals. We have some experiences, but after this year, we can tell some
we
really
can tell
favorite
more.
ones.
But let's say if we said for now, what would you choose? Like, I'm also interested what you think. Like, Nova Rock sucked for me because I was sleepless. But
anyway,
it was a
that
fucking good one.
That was something.
That was really
We
something.
played at 2 o'clock, 2 p.m., and that was a really big crowd.
Yeah.
I was like very surprised. And an extremely huge stage.
Great bands, great people, great crew and everything.
For example, Tuska, which you mentioned.
Tuska.
This year,
Very good.
or last year, sorry, it was a really great show.
We were also sleepless. You were not.
I was
He's a
really
lucky
sleepless because on the one day before my kid was born, so I didn't sleep at all, and I flew in the morning to Finland. We just hang around, enjoy, and then
he missed the biggest hardship of the whole summer because previous day we wake up at 6 a.m. and we have to travel 10 hours on a minivan to the next festival. We play there about 11, finish midnight, and then we return. So we were back about 10 in the morning, and we have to play 2 o'clock on the next one. So basically, all of us were sleepless, after already doing one festival.
Once you get a second kid, you're in that kind of mood. It doesn't matter if you're sleepless or not. It's like
He didn't care. I didn't have a second kid, so I was like,
Well, I would say that festival, for example, if I have to choose from Finnish festivals, from the others, I don't know. It would take a bit longer to think on it.
John Smith was good, for sure.
Most of the Finnish festivals. There was one legendary festival, Rock, which everybody, that's a legend, that's the biggest one, the best and everything. All the time it was raining, cold like hell. No people because everybody went. There was a tent or so.
People went to their
behind.
tents. Yeah.
Everybody watched the show from there. Saxon was headlining. There was this couple of people in the front row. That's also it was like legendary, but not for us.
Yeah.
Well, at least we remember that show.
Yeah. And South Park. Hey, that was really
And Rockfest.
good.
Well, not our show, but the Rockfest. That was
I think Rockfest was the first festival
very first festival
we did after the album release. So whatever we learned from the touring, like in clubs, it was like, okay, forget what you know. You have to do a new thing now. It's like totally different show. We had a huge stage and we didn't have a fucking clue how to move around the stage. So we were all like hitting on each other all the time. So I was like lost. I didn't know what I was seeing or hearing.
That's how it was on the first show. But on the other day we played at South Park.
10 times better.
It was totally different. I don't know what happened. We were the same persons. Just one day after.
It was just like, okay, this was a lesson, so now we know exactly what to do, and it actually happened. Most of it happened.
And then during the whole festival season, it was quite. And then with Naivish, like I said, it was like a festival tour.
Yeah.
And with big stages, and it was very easy to fill out the stage.
Great experience for sure.
So, any last words for your fans?
California.
California.
Do we have any?
Do we have?
Yeah.
We do, for real.
More than just me, I promise.
Hello, California, and hello to everybody in the world. We're very grateful for your support, and we're really looking forward to playing every corner of this world.
Yeah, and we get a lot of requests from the US. We really hope in the next year. Not in this year, unfortunately. There were plans, but it looks it's not going to happen. But probably next year we start to conquer the continent as well.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Absolutely. Cheers.